अस्सलाम वालेकुम, आप देख रहे हैं बैक टू बहरिया और मुझे कहते हैं हुमायूं ज़ैब अब्बासी. As all you know that we always have an alumni who is going to share their success story, their journey, how they started with Bahria University. So today is the day we're going to talk to an alumni from 2009 batch, if I'm not wrong. And Wasiem Asif is has not gone that far. He's still in Islamabad, and I would like to congratulate him for working in an organization from last 9 years. Because off the record, I was talking to him about the same thing, that how come you can be that loyal to an organization and working for 9 years. He has worked indirectly with Jazz as well. He has worked with different companies. At the moment, he's with Nordex, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's a company which works with wind energy. And what else? Where he has started, he did his MBA from Bahria University, and how that journey started. Let's talk to him about it. Assalamu alaikum, Wasim. How are you?
Ji, walaikum salam. I'm doing good. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure. I have been scheduling you for a long time ago, but unfortunately, I haven't got the time to fill the form and come here. But finally, today I'm here.
It's the
very
day.
much, very,
It's the
very
day.
excited, and yeah.
I want to ask you the first question. शुरुआत तो यहीं से करते हैं कि कितने साल बाद आप वापस आए? Are you coming to university after that as well? I think you graduated in 2011.
Yes, so it was a session from 2009 to 11, and then oftenly I do come like just 1 or 2 times a day, just because of some work, and just to say hi to
chit chat with the
some
people
chit chat with the people I know. But uske alawa, I haven't been here. I mean, I have been, passing by all from the Magla
from
Road
the
every
Magla
day.
Road, looking at the university.
Every
This
day,
was the
and then
place
I
where
have
I
been
was.
yes, and I am looking at how the things have been changing from the outside. So today I got the opportunity to see again back inside the university and see how things are going on.
Wasim, allow me to take you to 2009, where it all started from. What was it? What was the central idea? What was on your mind? Why to take admission in Bahria University? That is one significant question for a graduate after bachelor's, that either have to start the job or I have to go for my master's. Sometimes what happens is you're doing a job, you think that why not to have an add-on within master's. What was your story in 2009?
Yeah, so so I had a technical background before that, and I actually, the reason is I just thought that how can I be a manager, because I am working now in an organization at engineering and all that stuff, but I always wanted to be a manager, and I was looking for a brand. So I just looked for some universities, and I thought, okay, now in Islamabad, since I'm based in Islamabad, probably I would be staying here, so I should go for one good name, and it should have a good reputation in the market. So I actually chose Bahria, and this is the only university where I actually submitted the form to get the admission, and then I apparently got that. इसके अलावा मैंने और कहीं admission के लिए form apply किया ही नहीं था. And I was like, यार बस Bahria is it's a brand now. The way it's growing, it's really good.
Doesn't it shock you when you enter the university now that, oh my God, there's so many buildings and schools and programs? I'm sure you know that we have a different business school, we have media center entirely where you can study media, we have law department, we have psychology department, and for your surprise, let me tell you, we have another campus. That's a smaller surprise. With the bigger surprise I have. So you have another campus of engineering in H11 campus, which is Bahria University H11 campus, and now we're in a process of having a medical and dental college in Naval Anchorage. So we're expanding. So doesn't that shock you?
No, I really admire how I really love to see Bahria growing, and I always wanted to contribute the way I could. And 2009, it was only, even before that, we only had 2 buildings at that time, that NC2 and then OC, and then we were, when near to graduating, that another XC was somehow in building, and the gymnasium was there, and we were kind of jealous that now we are, in our last semester leaving the university, and this gymnasium is going to be there, and we couldn't have that. So, but,
I know that feeling.
That have you had some?
हमारे जाने के बाद याद आया इनको, है ना, ऐसा होता है.
It was kind of a fun thing, but we had our fun. Of course, we enjoyed a lot of time. So, but now coming back to your question, you have growing with the media. At that time, I think we only had some some top of the
Business
lines
school?
business
Business school,
school,
I think. Sciences?
social sciences, and all those engineering was there. But then this law thing, and then the medical, and now the engineering, spending, having another campus there. I think it's something really remarkable, and it should
Wasim,
grow
today
because
when I see your career, when I see your LinkedIn profile as well, so you're quite consistent with your organizations. You have
yeah.
worked for a good time. Unlike me, I have not worked for that very long time for each organization. It was 2 years, 3 years, and then moving on. Today's generation is a um, um, bit, what do you say, they're very abrupt. They want
Curious, yeah,
everything on the plate. They
yeah,
want
yeah, yeah,
the position of CEO instantly. They don't
yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah.
struggle. So how do you see it? Of course there will be a lot of youngsters watching you at this point of time. So do you think success is that easy? You don't have to struggle, you don't have to start from the basics.
I think I had the same observation and same comments as you said. So I believe that we millennials, so before I mean the generation X was probably into these government jobs and they wanted to have that retirement and everything. We millennials are like, still in between generation Z and that generation X. So we are kind of an old school. So we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to sustain. We start from, a gradual step by step, starting from a scratch, learning, and then somehow we do have our comfort level. But if I compare these millennials with Generation Z, you are absolutely right. So they always wanted to jump, and they really get bored so early. Yeah. So
Mm.
one year, 2 year, they are not getting. So they actually they want a change, a really quick change. So I think it's a very old story about that turtle and rabbit thing. So I have been kind of a turtle in my life, slow, steady, but at the end, I believe
You reach the
I have never
point.
failed. I don't want to praise
Mashallah.
myself, but I'm blessed, lucky, alhamdulillah. So I have never failed in my career. And even in my education career, so it's not about, I mean, the
Oh, I've seen
failing
your
before.
CGPA as well, so I can tell.
I mean, before that 10th grade, I
Yeah.
wasn't that much good. I was just an average.
But then
But
you become
after,
focused.
then exactly, I think that was an age or something. So this is something, they should look for a gradual growth, and they should spend on learnings. They should invest on learning. They shouldn't, I mean, because the money is the secondary thing. I think these days, or it's kind of a more
I
materialistic,
think you should start running for the skills, for your development, for hard working. Uh, of all these combined, I think you will eventually get the money. Rather than running for the money and
Yeah, yeah.
not running for the skills, for the development of your own personality, I think that's a very wrong decision. I will hold your hand and take you to 2009 again.
Yeah.
Do you remember any teachers, friends, any story which you would like to share with us at that point of time?
Yeah, it's quite
They're not
difficult
that
to
long
go
ago. It
back,
is
but
14, 15 years ago.
14, 15 years ago, uh, what we really used to enjoy was kind of a chit chat which we had, during the breaks, and sometimes we also bunk, some
ये नहीं
some
बताना
lectures.
था.
I mean, this is a part of a journey, I guess,
Yeah,
because
of
you
course.
do have that memories at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
And the best thing is we were like the friends, and we used to go to Ryan's there. It used to be the
Oh
only
my God,
place there.
still there. You know
Ryan's
that?
is still there, and it was like, we had to wait until 10 p.m. रात, and then they उनकी एक deal होती थी, so we go
थोड़ी
there to
सस्ती मिल
have
जाती
that deal.
थी.
So we even go into the parking waiting, waiting for the 10 p.m. and then हम अंदर जाके यार ये कुछ खाते थे. So that was a life, and then.
उनका वो
Yes,
crispy chicken
sometimes
is really good.
that was, and
That rice and chicken
these
strips.
Dentis and the
Dentis भी
Dentis and
होता
this one,
था,
they are
अभी
the
भी है.
oldest one, yeah.
हाँ.
और फिर sometime, tea lovers, so we are always been there. तो कभी कभी चाय पीने we used to go, वो एक दो
मदीना
दोस्तों
मार्केट.
मदीना, ये तो इधर के तो हम वो खाते थे ना, पराठे,
पराठे
वो क्या
और
होता है, वो
चाय.
नान उसके जो होते थे, वो बड़े
रोगनी
शौक से,
नान.
हाँ,
Oh,
इट्स रियली गुड. तो वो हम
yeah.
इधर
We're
वॉक करके
talking about
जाते थे.
food.
तो अब आपको पता है, तो फिर चाय के लिए वी यूज टू गो सम टाइम, वो जो उधर से पीछे जंगल स्पॉट है, उधर जाते थे वो सारे हम.
So do you remember any teacher of yours?
हाँ, टीचर्स में I had absolutely good relations with teachers, because I mean, we were only few who were also working, and doing MBA full time. I was actually working full time with a full time MBA. So it was kind of an 16 hours, but I was managing somehow. So all the teachers really admired that. Okay, so you are working and also having a full time
Mashallah.
MBA. So Ijlal Sahab hote the, Ijlal Haider, he is still he's a real an entrepreneur, and उन्होंने हमें वो सिखाया, and he's in coaching. Fatima Khusnood ne, she taught us.
Oh
I think
yeah,
she's been here.
in Paris at the moment.
Yes, I saw her episode.
Yeah, I
and
interviewed
she's
her
been here.
recently.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
She taught us finance at that time. और फिर एक होती थी, if I know the full name, I have a really bad memory. I can't remember.
Do you
the
remember
numbers.
Fazal Wahab Sahab?
Fazal Wahab, no.
You don't have it?
एक सुलहरी साहब होते थे who used to teach us research. I don't know if he's the same Sulhari who is now the heading SDPI.
हो सकता है, I don't know.
Because
I'm not sure. Not that.
yeah, I don't
Not
know.
from that
Well,
batch.
it looked like, but I don't know. I'm really so. फिर और भी थे वो सारे. I mean, if I look them now, हाँ वो एक आमना मैम होती थी, very humble, वो हमें accounting सिखाती थी. I met her some time ago.
Have you read from Sahar's East? No.
Sahar from Career Office?
नहीं, accounting में थी. Sahar तो वो तो I think she passed away.
She passed away.
Yeah, वो होती थी. But Sahar Aziz थी जो accounting पढ़ाती थी. बड़े लोगों ने accounting पढ़ाई है. पता नहीं if you have
exactly
or not.
I think I'm just मैं नाम mix कर रहा हूँ. एक मैम सहार, एक आमना, दोनों होती थी जिन्होंने हमें ये पढ़ाया. फिर मैम बख्तावरी was there.
नादिया
बख्तावरी उन्होंने भी हमें.
She's in Canada now.
She's in Canada. अच्छा. वो भी हमें stats something कुछ पढ़ाती थी.
अच्छा, वसीम, अगर मैं एक सवाल अगर पूछूं आपसे, as far as your career is concerned, what is one thing you have learned, just in concrete, one or two things you have learned from Bahria University which is helping you today as well?
I think the very first, I can say the chapter of my communication starts from here. Before that, I wasn't really expressive, or I wasn't an extrovert guy. I was an introvert, still introvert. But this is the first thing. And there are a lot of sayings from a lot of the gurus in the industry, and they say that if you want to achieve, you need the first thing is communication, and that is 60% of your overall. The 40% would be skills. Yeah, so that's the six. So that's how worth it. So the communication is something plays a really significant role in your career, and that starts from here. When I started the MBA, I still remember. अब मुझे आपने now I recalling things, So Ma'am Talat हुआ करती थी. I think she's still here. She has done the PhD.
Yes.
So she actually gave us an assignment, and
she was very strict.
She's very strict. That was our very first semester. And I'm coming from engineering background. Engineering में तो अंग्रेजी वैसे नहीं किसी को आती, नाम बोलते हैं, लिख लेते हैं बस. तो वो फिर she just gave us an assignment. This is the first chapter, and everyone has to prepare, and tomorrow you have to present it in front of the class on a podium. And that was the first presentation. अच्छा वो I was like अच्छा वो फिर आपका stage fear और सारा I was sweating. Even everybody was sweating. हम हर कोई एक we were on the same shoes. सारे हम लोग थे. It was for the first time, and some of them were like जिन्होंने BBA किया हुआ था उनका थोड़ा सा खुला हुआ था. But people like us और सारे they were like अब हमारी बारी है. No one was concentrating that what the other guy is actually saying, and they were just waiting for our own turn. वो अपनी बारी का कह रहे नीचे देख रहे. So it started all from there. And I was also, I mean, I don't want to lie or something. I want to be honest. I was also sweating at that time. I was just standing and I have to present one topic or something. It starts from there. And then I remember in my last semester or in fourth semester, there was some HR topics or some other different topics. And I used to speak for an hour. I mean, even more than hours.
That's how that made you exactly. Make yourself perfect in the practice.
Exactly. And that all happens here in Bahria. And I am really, so grateful. So वो वाला just था. Or because then at that time I was somehow connected with modeling. So I used to give them a real-time example that what is happening in the employee recognition. This is our new initiative and stuff. So the HR guy say, okay, Wasim, come and have some words, and he
As
used to
you're
give.
talking about that, I have been in different organizations. I'm sure you must have encountered Bahrians there too. What is one thing you see now is missing and needs to be improved, not just by the students of Bahria University, but by the entire this generation? What is one thing? One we have talked about is that they want everything instantly. One last question is that for the generation of today, what do you think they need to focus on? I think focus is the word too for
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But what is one thing you want to tell them?
I think they should set their targets, and targets should be
Goal oriented.
achievable. You know, they should not say that I have to go this and this and this. I mean, they have to start reading books. You read Jack Ma and all those people who are now billionaires. They started from the scratch, and they have a target. They have a very precise target, one target, and choose only one, not more than 3 or 4. No, just 1 or 2 is enough, and then just focus on that. And whatever it's need, you need you will you need a hard work, and probably you will fail. Never give up. Have some resilience, and keep looking into it. And I believe nothing is unachievable, and this is the way I have been doing.
That is very true, Wasim.
So,
I think it was a wonderful conversation with you, and I think if we didn't have a constraint of time, I would have taken this conversation long till the iftari, I think. But thank you so very much for being on the show and for coming back to Bahria University. We're always very proud of our alumni. It is a great pleasure to know that you guys are doing amazing in the world of different industries, whether it is tech, whether it is telco, whether it is pharmaceutical, or any university, say it. Everybody is excelling when it comes to Bahria University alumni. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to hear. Let's see how can we connect and
contribute towards university. Thank you very much. We will going to see you in the next episode of Back to Bahria. Till then, Allah Hafiz.